Hey everyone, it's Dr. H, your friendly wargame guy at the Air Command Staff College. I'd like to make a video about isolation of units. If you're feeling personally isolated, talk to someone. That's probably a good idea. Talk to me if you have to. I'm good at listening to people. If you're feeling isolated and looking for someone to talk to, come down to my office. It'll be fine. But if you're an isolated unit, you're in trouble. Now, we talked about being out of supply, and that's not being able to trace a line of communications using the movement at your disposal. Isolated is worse. When we come to the isolation and surrender phase, a unit that cannot trace any connection back to a supply unit is isolated. What does that mean? Well, if I can't draw a line of communication within the movement value, I'm out of supply. But let's say that I'm 18 movement value away from the line of supply. I'm just out of a supply source, like a supply depot. I'm just out of supply. However, if there's no possible way to trace a route of supply, a line of communications, and remember, line of communications has to be free of enemy zones of control and enemy units, then I am isolated. That is a significantly worse thing. There's all kinds of modifiers for being isolated. Don't be isolated. I highly recommend avoiding it. If you are isolated, and then the isolation phase comes up again, and you are still isolated, there's a chance you'll surrender. You have to roll less than the efficiency rating of that unit, modified for being isolated. If you roll less than that, you're good. If you roll more than that, the unit surrenders. Pick it up, it's done. They're too hungry to keep fighting. So, try to isolate the enemy and avoid being isolated yourself. Free advice. Straight out of Germany, I think. We'll say straight out of Germany. It's a good question. So anyway, this has been a quick video about isolation and surrender, and I'll catch you in the next one.